Thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe. Comment below if you're so motivated to do so. This is Wonders of a Black Woman. Well, Keke Palmer has filed for a restraining order against Darius Jackson. She accuses him of domestic violence. And this isn't just a one time thing, according to Keke. He has been putting hands on her, and not in the romantic way, for quite some time. According to BuzzFeed News, in court documents, Keke writes that ending her relationship with Darius last month did not put a stop to the alleged abuse. She claims, if anything, he is even more unhinged, volatile, and dangerous to both me and our son, she says. Now, the couple made headlines a few months ago when Keke went to the Usher concert. Now, it seems like it's innocent. She having a good time at the Usher concert. But he had a little issue with the outfit that she had on because it was revealing, and he felt that she was wearing something that was inappropriate for the fact that she was in a relationship and a mom and yada, yada, yada. Well, you had a lot of people with Team Darius on this particular issue, and a lot of people on Team Keke on this particular issue. Now, a lot of people think that this was just a sign that there was trouble in paradise. So, fast forward today, the couple are officially separated, and they, of course, are divorcing, and it's an all out custody battle for the child. And a lot of people are saying that Darius just wants custody of the child because he wants to get child support and money out of Keke. Now, these abuse allegations that are surfacing around custody. Now, she has pictures and photos of him abusing her, but a lot of times around custody issues and divorcing, a lot of allegations are going to start swirling. You're abusive. No, you're abusive. No, you abuse me. No, you abuse me. No, you abuse the child. No, you abuse the child. That is more common than we think. But Kiki has some receipts.
Allegations of domestic abuse from popular TV personality Keke Palmer. The former host of GMA3 and the game show Password has been granted a temporary restraining order against her ex-boyfriend. Darius Jackson is the father of her 8-month-old son. The actress, who famously showed off her belly bump when she appeared on SNL, submitted shocking images to the court, taken from surveillance video, including this one of her being thrown over the back of a sofa, his hand around her throat. Keke Palmer alleges the domestic violence occurred here at her Los Angeles home over the course of 2 years. And she says the most recent incident happened last Sunday. It got so bad, she called police.
Screaming on the phone that the suspect was attempting to kill her.
In the court documents, Palmer says the abuse included striking and grabbing me around the neck and threatening to kill himself with a gun if I left him. Palmer says the abuse has gone on for 2 years.
For a second. She's saying that this abuse has been going on for 2 years. The child is 8 months old. So the abuse was going on before she got pregnant. And what I can say about that is, ladies, if the man is abusing you before you get pregnant, run the other way. Do not have a family with someone that is abusing you. A lot of us can relate, either personally or know someone who is in a situation like that or was in a situation like that, where the person showed you who they were before you got married, before you had a baby, whatever the case is, but you chose not to believe them. And, you know, that reminds me of these people that I know. I'll just speak in generalities. these people that I know, this woman, her daughter is getting married, and already she's a young girl. She's 21. And the man is already laying his hands on the daughter. Okay. And so the mom was like, I stepped to him and I was like, you know, I know that sometimes couples get in arguments and things get heated, but don't forget, I know where your mom lives and dot, dot, dot. And, okay. You basically are letting him know, if you put your hands on my daughter again, I'm going to go and kick your mother's ass. All right. You got an ass. I got an ass. Your ass can be kicked just like mine can be kicked. Your mama's ass can be kicked. Your daddy's ass can be kicked. My ass can get kicked. You got blood. I got blood. You know what I'm saying? It could be like that. Or, and I'm just sitting back and I'm just thinking to myself, because I didn't hear her tell her daughter that, or say that she told her daughter, you know what? I think maybe you need to pump the brakes on getting married to him. You know what I'm saying? A lot of times we don't have these serious conversations with people that's in our family or our close friends, right? Because they think they're in love. They think you think they're not going to listen or anything like that. You should say, hey, and if you know somebody in this situation, speak up and tell them now. I think you need to pump the brakes right now. Give it some time, give it some counseling or whatever, or just go on and call it quits and go your separate ways. Because if someone that is supposed to love you, cherish you, honor you, and all of that, already you're in a situation where he's physically attacking you. He's physically attacking you. That's something you do to somebody that broke in your house that's trying to kill you. That's something that happens when someone is trying to attack you on the street. Not if you're in an argument and you two have a disagreement or strong opinions about things. You don't resort to physically harming each other. That's not a good sign. That is not a good sign at all. And according to her, this has been going on for a long time. And I know that it's a custody battle and she's fighting for the custody of her child. And according to some reports, he supposedly had took her by the neck and slammed her on the stairs, pushed her over the couch, choked her, did all kinds of things. Only thing I can say is it's good that they are separating now while the baby is young, while the baby is a baby, because this is not healthy.
Threatening to kill himself with a gun if I left him. Palmer says the abuse has gone on for 2 years. These photos from 2022 show Jackson allegedly manhandling her. She ends up at the bottom of the stairs. She also accuses him of hitting me in front of our son and spewing profanities about me to our son. Palmer's mother, Sharon, weighed in on the accusations last night, saying she reached out to Jackson's brother.
I went to Sharonis over a year ago and told him that his brother was abusive to my daughter.
We reached out to Palmer and her ex for comment, but did not hear back.
What the mother should have done was told her daughter to pack her stuff, pack the baby stuff, and leave this man over a year ago, if she knew that he was putting his hands on her daughter. Calling the brother and all of that, that's all well and good, but that's after I don't know what she told her daughter. But I'm just saying in general, you leave a situation like that. There is no working it out. If someone is physically harming you, there's nothing to work out. He's attacking you like somebody's trying to mug you on the street. There's no justification for that. Okay, so according to Vanity Fair, after Keke Palmer filed for a temporary restraining order against her ex, Darius Jackson, on Thursday, her mother, Sharon Palmer, spoke out against Jackson and his brother, actor Darius Jackson, who starred in Insecure. And Darius tweeted and then deleted a post seemingly disparaging his brother. The most disgusting, vile, abusive, manipulative person I have ever encountered in my life. Abuses almost everyone. Y'all will see, he wrote. Just send positive energy to the babies. Any child in the middle of something like this does not deserve it all. Wow, so damn sad. On Thursday, Sharon posted a video on Instagram claiming she had spoken to Darius about his brother more than a year ago. And she's saying for him to post on his Twitter the ridiculous stuff that he posted when he knew his brother was abusive, she said on camera. I went to him over a year ago and told him that his brother was abusive to my daughter, and he said, well, I used to be like that too. Okay, well then she should have made her daughter run for the hills. And people say, well, she's a grown woman. You can't make your daughter. No, you make your daughter leave. Because it's not just about her. It's about the child, the innocent child that cannot consent. That cannot consent. And in some states, like Oregon, for example, if you're in an abusive relationship and you do not leave, they will take your baby from you. Because that child cannot consent to being in an abusive home. That child cannot consent to that. There are men who will beat a woman when she's pregnant. There are men who will beat a woman when she's holding the baby in her arms. There are men who... There's this horrible sort. I know... This woman that I know, well, I don't know, I didn't know her, but someone that I know said that his grandmother's mother had got, you don't know what to say on social media, what's the appropriate word? She was deleted, as people say nowadays, by her abuser, and had fallen back onto her. She was sitting in the chair and the person had did something to her and took her out of here, and the woman had fell back on her. So the trauma that that woman lived with was just horrific, knowing that not only did I witness that happening, but she fell back onto me. And this isn't something to play around with at all. If you know somebody that's in a situation like this, tell them to leave, please. You know, because children can't consent to witnessing these things, growing up in these environments. The baby could get knocked out of the woman's arms, and head could get hit with, you know, with something. I mean, it's, so the mother has this anger for the brother for not checking Darius. But there's also that element where, and she's taking this to the public and putting it in the public realm, but people can have that energy for her too, for not making, quote unquote, making her daughter leave. Right? If she's angry that Darius's brother didn't make him stop abusing her daughter and make him get help, then that same energy could go to her for not making her daughter provide a safe environment for that baby when this guy started putting his hands on her, right?
Look, I've never done anything like this. I've been in this business for 22 years. I've seen a lot of stuff, but this is I can't help myself. For Sharonis Jackson to post on his Twitter the ridiculous stuff that he's posted when he knew his brother was abusive. I went to Sharonis over a year ago and told him that his brother was abusive to my daughter. And he said, well, I used to be like that too. What? So now he's posting on Twitter like he's this special guy when we know he's the biggest fuckboy in Hollywood. He's disrespectful to women just like his little brother. He taught his brother how to be abusive. So he don't get to act like he's this special guy. No, you're a fuckboy and you're a part of the problem.
Okay, again, we're talking about learned behavior, right? Who taught Keke that it's okay for a man to beat her? Who taught her that it's okay? Mama? Grandmama? Women in the family? Who taught her that it's okay that a man can beat you and you still be there with him? So I hear what the mama's saying, but she needs to look at herself in the mirror too. Because if this stuff was going on where this woman was being abused and she knew about it and the brother knew about it, then what does the victim feel? Right? And we're taking all this at face value, right? What does the victim feel? You know I'm being abused. His side of the family knows that I'm being abused. Who really cares? Who really cares about me? Who really cares about Leotis? Who's protecting us? Because you can be angry that that's happening, but are you going to make her leave? Are you going to insist upon it? Are you going to pressure her to leave? Why now? Why pressure her to leave now? Because they're no longer looking like a darling couple in the media since the Usher debacle, the Usher scandal. The public image cracked. So now it's time to let it all hang out. Oh, well, he was abusing me all along. Oh, and his brother knew all along, and my mother knew all along, and it's just sick. So, according to the Daily Mail, while awaiting an order on her request, Palmer filed disturbing security camera footage that appeared to show Jackson manhandling her. Stills from the footage showed him apparently grabbing at her as they stood by the stairs of their home, while others still show him appearing to push her over the back of the couch while hitting her. In court filings, Palmer said that Jackson body slammed her onto the stairs by her neck. The incident stemmed from Palmer showing Jackson a photo of her workout results at a friend's party, sending him into a rage, the Star alleges. Palmer accuses Jackson of abusing her as recently as November 5th, stating that she has security footage to back up claims that he trespassed into my home without my knowledge or consent and threatened her for lunging for her neck, striking her, throwing her over the couch, and stealing her phone. Radar Online now reports that Palmer has been granted a temporary restraining order requiring him to stay at least 100 yards away from her and Leotis. She was also granted full custody for the time being. Palmer will have the option to request a permanent order in a hearing scheduled for December 5th. Okay. So that's what's going on with that. Mail Online has reached out to Palmer's representatives for comment on this story. In the judge's order, Jackson was given 24 hours to turn over all weapons in his possession after Palmer claimed he had threatened to kill himself with a gun during their relationship. In the restraining order request, which she filed in LA on Thursday, it was noted that the relationship, which began in 2021, began in 2021 and is over in 2023, finally ended for good early last month, primarily due to the physical and emotional abuse inflicted. The blast also reported that Palmer alleged there have been many instances of violence, physical violence, with Jackson, including him hitting her in front of their son. Other incidents listed by Keke reportedly involved him destroying personal property, including diaries and prescription eyeglasses, as well as throwing Keke's belongings into the street. She also accused him of throwing my car keys to prevent me from driving away, spewing profanities about me to our son, threatening to kill himself with a gun if I left him, harassment, and other physical and emotional abuse. In the filing, Keke also expressed being concerned for Leo's safety due to prior incidents. She claimed that on September 26, 2023, Darius became very frustrated with him when Leo was crying while Darius changed his diaper. She explained that her former partner started getting rough with Leo physically, and I stepped in to make sure Darius would not hurt him. This was in September. He was getting rough with the baby. I mean, she should have left him then. I mean, look, I'm not judging anybody, but it is what it is. They're putting this out in the public, and of course, people are going to comment. And if you or someone you know is going through this situation, run for the hills. Because if somebody is going to abuse you, yes, they will abuse the baby. And I'm not saying that he did this. This is what she is alleging. It is a custody issue going on. And we all know that custody battles can be tough. People are going to start pointing the fingers at each other to try to prove to the judge that they're the better parent, especially if you have a parent who doesn't want to pay a big amount of money for child support. And I'm not saying that that's what's going on here. I'm taking what Keke is saying at face value. She is claiming that she was abused. There is evidence that something was going on. And, you know, that's horrible. That's horrible that she went through this. And if he was roughing up the baby, that's even more disgusting, if that's true, that he would do such a thing. So she explained that her former partner started getting rough with Leo physically, and I stepped in to make sure Darius would not hurt him. She should have left him then. But that's what abused women go through. They are used to, it's not right, but I'm okay. It's not right, but we're still alive. We're still here. It's not right, and you should leave. It's not about whether you forgive the person or not. You should leave. And the mother should have been insisting that she leave him. She continued, Darius was angry and it almost became a tug of war with Leo. So they're tug of warring over the baby. Darius finally let go and Leo was not harmed. How can he not be harmed if you're pulling on him and he's pulling on him? I mean, this baby, as of today, is only 8 months old. I mean, so they're pulling over his little baby body. But as I was holding Leo, trying to comfort him and finish changing his diaper, Darius hit me in the head before storming out of the room. Ooh. You know, you don't have to prove anything to anybody. If somebody is making you uncomfortable, I don't care if you just had a baby or if you just got married. If this person is starting to abuse you, leave. Who cares what people think? Oh, they just got married. Oh, she just had a baby. Oh, you know, you can't care what the appearance is to everyone else, and you're suffering in silence. Because it only takes one hit upside the head the right way and you're not here anymore. And that goes for you or the baby. So I'm going to wrap this up with a nice little bow. If somebody is abusing you, get out, leave immediately. Immediately. You can think that he's fine. You can think that you're in love. You can think all of that. If he's abusing you, trust and believe what I'm saying. Trust what I'm telling you. Leave. It's not going to get any better. Thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe. Comment below if you're so motivated to do so. Visit the merch shop. This is Wonders of a Black Woman. Peace.